My wife and I have shared a long and fulfilling marriage, granting us ample time to build our wealth and acquire everything we had ever dreamed of. Parenthood was not a path we ventured down, nor did we dwell on the absence of children. Personally, I harbored a lifelong desire to establish my own business, toil away diligently, and eventually bring my dream to life. After much hard work, I finally realized my ambition by creating my own organization. I meticulously assembled a team, built a reputable brand, launched marketing campaigns, and earned the trust of our valued consumers. My story unfolded within the confines of my office, both its inception and conclusion. Around that time, I found myself in search of an assistant who could shoulder the responsibility of attending to the small but necessary errands that eluded my own schedule. One fateful day, a young woman walked through my office doors. She exuded a sense of quiet diligence, displaying a genuine eagerness to work under my guidance. The need for an arduous selection process never arose, for she put forth such dedicated effort and excelled at every task assigned to her. However, as time passed, perhaps a week, maybe two, my assistant's demeanor began to shift uncomfortably whenever we were in public. In the presence of others, she remained innocent and unassuming, but as soon as we found ourselves alone, she transformed into an entirely different person. Her behavior became increasingly assertive, frequently attempting to engage in physical contact, showering me with unwarranted compliments, and almost speaking with an inexplicably breathless tone. There came a moment when she leaned in, poised to kiss me, but I managed to evade her advance at the last possible instant, feeling a surge of anger rising within me. "Listen, I have been observing your behavior for quite some time, choosing to remain silent, hoping it was all a mere misunderstanding. But now this has become too much to bear," I expressed, struggling to contain my frustration. "I am a married man, and my interest lies solely within maintaining a professional working relationship. Please do not take offense, but if this ever happens again, I will have no choice but to terminate your employment. It would pain me greatly to lose such a competent employee. I sincerely hope we understand each other," I concluded, emphasizing the gravity of the situation. The young woman lowered her head in silence, acknowledging my words, and retreated to her office to resume her duties. After a peaceful week had passed, I nearly forgot about the unsettling incident altogether. But suddenly, it all began once more: the unwarranted attention, the persistent flirtation. She seemed to be constantly hanging on my every word and gesture. It became unbearable. It pained me, but I reached a breaking point. Without mustering the courage to confront her in person, I composed a letter of resignation and sent it to her via fax. The moment she received the letter, the girl rushed to my side in tears, pleading for me to reconsider and not terminate her employment. I cannot tolerate such behavior within my team any longer. I am sorry, but I would rather hire someone who prioritizes work over, well, whatever it is you seem to be fixated on, I stated firmly. The decision had been made, and I was resolute. As she made a sudden movement towards me, she abruptly stopped, her expression turning blank once again. "Please, I beg you, I genuinely love my job, and I desperately need it. Please withdraw my resignation. I never intended to make you uncomfortable. Trust me, there is a young man in my life whom I love dearly. The truth is, your wife paid me to do all of this," she cried, collapsing onto the table in distress. "And from this point on, let's dig deeper," I said, taking a seat and attentively listening. Mixed with a certain admiration for my wife and a wry chuckle, my assistant began recounting how they had met at a cafe where she worked. It was there that my wife made an enticing offer: a substantial sum of money and a job opportunity if she could infiltrate my organization, earn my trust, seduce me, and push me into infidelity. But why would my wife orchestrate such a scheme? The girl ranted, her words pouring out with a mixture of fear and urgency. She explained that my wife's ulterior motive was to initiate a divorce, ensuring a significant share of our property and using the money to be with her lover. The truth unfolded before me, and I couldn't help but feel a twinge of sympathy for the assistant who found herself unwittingly entangled in my wife's machinations. Take a deep breath, calm down. I won't expose you, and you won't lose your job. By revealing the entire truth, you can put this behind you. I will handle it myself. Now, focus on your responsibilities, I assured her. Relief washed over her, and she regained her composure, eventually becoming a trusted employee who continued to excel for many more years. As for my beloved wife, I wasted no time. On that very day, I contacted a notary and discreetly sold off all the assets and properties registered solely in my name to close friends, just as my assistant had informed me. Soon after, my wife initiated divorce proceedings, summoning me to court. A sense of satisfaction welled up within me as I observed the shock on her face when the notary coldly read aloud the papers and contracts that were signed, neither by me nor by her. True, we had to divide the proceeds from the sale of the property, her car, and our shared apartment. However, it was a small price to pay compared to what I would have lost under her calculated plan following the divorce settlement. My wife made multiple calls, threatening to expose everything and ensure that I would pay her every cent she believed was owed to her. But as time went on, it became clear that her plans had crumbled. Apparently, her lover was unsatisfied with the outcome. It was only a matter of time before my ex-wife would face yet another unforeseen surprise. Dear friends, thank you for listening to our stories. Subscribe to the channel, put likes, and leave your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to press the bell not to miss new stories, which we try to publish every day. We also remind you that everyone can share unique stories from their life or the lives of friends, which can be sent to us by email, which is specified in the description of the video. Good luck to everyone and be happy.